Riva, let's start with
Very good.
you. How has the pandemic been for you? Because film stars are usually surrounded by the entire set, hundreds of people who are part of that one film that you're doing. And during the pandemic, it seems like the stars per se were in isolation. Many of them who've left their homes behind, who've left their families behind in different states, who are settled in a place where the industry is flourishing. You as well. Were you with family and how did you pull through this pandemic? Must not have been easy.
Well, it started out quite well, you know. I think we all wanted that break. In the beginning, we were like, okay, maybe like 2 weeks of break, it shouldn't be a problem.
2 weeks?
Yeah. But it didn't really turn out that way, did it? And a few months into the pandemic, I think most of us started to panic. At least the producers and the directors and the actors, they had a lot of other things to fall back on. But you know, when we look at the whole industry, it was not easy for a lot of people. And we started thinking what was next, and we started planning for OTT platforms. We started to think YouTube, create content wherever possible, because at the end of the day, we are artists, we are performers.
So you got to keep that artist alive.
Yeah, we need to do something. And yeah, we did try a lot of things at that point, yes. We did push quite a lot of boundaries.
Was it a mind-altering experience? We understand loss in business, but it must have been difficult for you to actually stay calm. You know, a lot of them did develop anxiety. Many of the celebrities came out to speak on mental health and the issues that they faced. I'd like to ask you your personal experience.
I was actually quite calm. I don't know why. I don't know. I think I have had a very hectic 3 years professionally, politically, socially, and personally back in Kerala. So I kind of really welcomed the change in the beginning. And we were, as a production house, and we were quite clear that we would go ahead and do whatever was needed to kind of get back into work. And we were just planning for that. We
So
were
that
just
kept you
waiting.
busy.
Yeah, we had to, because we didn't have time to lose hope, because there were a lot of people depending on us to come up with a plan.
I know, I'm going to ask you about that, the ugly side of the industry, where it appears right after the pandemic. It's exposed the entire industry where we're looking at a film profits trickling down to just maybe 4 to 5 individuals. And this pandemic has exposed that. The hero, maybe the heroine, the director, the producer, at max, who are benefited by the film doing well. The entire unit otherwise, who are mostly hand to mouth, they were almost wiped out. And we're talking about a multi-thousand crore industry, the film industry that it is, and it seems like profit is centered to just a few. I'd like to ask Mr. Dhananjay on that. Would you say this pandemic exposed the ugly side of the industry, Mr. Dhananjay?
I think, you got one side wrong, which is on producers. In fact, not because, I'm a producer I'm talking about. The biggest people, the set of people who suffered in the pandemic is the producers. Okay, artists, I'm not saying that they didn't suffer. The people who work daily basis, a lot of artists work on daily basis. They get salary based on daily. They all suffered because there is no work for them. Those artists, who get for a film, okay, for them it's a loss of opportunity. They could have acted in, in that 1 year period, almost like 1 year we are crossing now pandemic. All of them would have lost, 4 or 5 films. They would have finished it and made money. But all of them are rich enough to take care of themselves. But, if you look at the individual artists, I'm talking about the junior artists to, the character artists, they all suffered in a big way. Workers suffered in a big way.
That's precisely my question here. What has the film industry done so long
Yeah.
to secure the lives of those who actually make a film? And those are the spot boys, the artists, the small-time players in the film that actually make the entire film.
Yeah.
They've suffered the most. And that shows that over the years, the film industry has really done nothing to secure them. And the pandemic exposed that.
No, I agree with you on that. Pandemic exposed it, but the biggest people, set of people who suffered is the producer. They invested a lot of money. I can tell you today, before COVID, across the country, at least around 600 films were in under production. All of them, today incurred huge cost by way of interest. You have to pay to the lenders, to the banks, and the people whom you borrowed. Everyone lost, something like 40 to 50% of their investment through the interest cost. And there is no way, government or anyone can come to their support. All the producers, who lost through the interest, they lost it. They can never get back their money. Like, those individuals who could not get their jobs, the 1 year they went through suffering. Like producers lost it, all those independent, actors and, small artists, they all suffered. But this pandemic has, opened up, like Rima rightly said, lot of new opportunities, which is like, if you got a damn good content, suddenly OTT platform opened up, and OTTs have started giving, something called OTT Premier, which was not existent at all earlier. Today, all of a sudden, if you got a very interesting content, people are willing to see it in OTT if it is not released in the theater. Earlier, it was like, you have to release in the theater, then only it will come in OTT.
Right, I was actually getting to that. It doesn't seem like the industry was also very open to the OTT industry. It somehow looked like the film industry at large, even though at that point in time, theaters were closed. There were so many restrictions. People could not go to a theater to watch a film. So OTT platforms could have been the best option, but yet the big players resisted the OTT platform. Was it more like you didn't want another medium to flourish? Was it personal, for personal benefit that many of the big players, I'm saying not you, but the industry per se, didn't really open up to it. Even till today, there are several films, big budget films that are ready and made, are waiting for theater release. They don't want to get on the OTT.
Okay, you have a point on it, but look at from the other side. There are thousands of theaters in India. Let's look at it around 10,000 screens. Each screen, depending on, there are 20 people working there. What will happen to this entire segment of theaters? They will all close down.
Are we really giving producers the credit to, to be honoring the
No, you have to balance it. I'm talking about you have to balance it. You can't give all the big content which has to be seen in the big screen. You start offering in the OTT. Then what will happen is, everybody will say, I'm very comfortable sitting at home watching an OTT every film. OTT is meant for specific niche content, is fine. If you are going to give big artist content in OTT, the audience over a period of time going to say, I will watch every film in OTT.